Taeyeon is a respected veteran in her industry, with a voice that is both robust and powerful while evoking emotion that speaks to the nuances of the human psyche. While being a successful soloist in her field, she has worked with her group Girls' Generation to carve out a lasting legacy in the K-pop industry. Her most recent work is Letter to Myself. Writing a letter to oneself or to another conveys something vulnerable and deeply substantive. It's as if you're being let into someone's deepest, darkest secrets. The explicit nature with which one spills their feelings onto a page feels authentic, and the tracks on the album exhibit that quality. Her vocals enhance this because of the effective way she communicates emotion. We can feel her dejection, happiness, hopelessness, and so on. This album involves someone taking a step back, observing situations or oneself from a different perspective, and slowing down to see the truth that hides in plain sight. This has certainly spoken to me, prompting me to recontextualize my views on past experiences. It prompts the subject and its audience to accept themselves through and through. Self-love, self-growth, or self-acceptance aren't addressed that deeply when hearing K-pop today, and they touch on the subject vaguely without addressing the root cause of what could be blocking people from authentically accepting and loving themselves. When it's talked about, external factors are almost always the issue, and any attempt to dive deeper ends up being shallow. It also employs the listener to be self-centered, albeit unintentionally. This is done with messaging in some songs that exude self-grandiosity and superiority over those the protagonist has deemed to have wronged them or be beneath them. I'd argue that those antidotes in the songs are not to show the listener how to love or just accept themselves, but to prove their worth to their adversary. You flexing your status, your wealth, your beauty, or where you are in life isn't self-acceptance, but you trying to prove your worth to someone who has already shown you that they don't care. The concept of her album is that she's literally writing a letter to herself and unearthing all of the buried emotions and feelings she's been pushing down. This album involves introspection and does not attribute moral failure or any wrongdoing to outside forces. The theme of this album is to face and embrace yourself. The color scheme is black, white, gray, red, and a hint of green that I see in a lot of the promotional photos. Now there's a visual motif within the promotional photos. It's the color red. The color red, to me, represents what she has to face and embrace on the album, which is herself. The story. Disclaimer. Today's video will be formatted into a story with a prologue and 6 chapters representing the 6 tracks on the album. Each chapter is titled with the name of each song, and the prologue is the setup before going into the story of this album. The story I'll be telling will be from a second-person point of view. Enjoy. Prologue. As you walk into a local diner, take a seat and pull out your diary, what's the first thing you'd pour it onto the page? What feelings are bubbling beneath the surface of your heart? Let's say you write about your day and all the grievances that have befallen you. You're sad, mad, happy, and glad. Then something else starts peeking to the surface, and you find yourself unrecognizable. All the previous experiences that you thought you got over or healed from saturate your mind and open old wounds. So, what do you do? Chapter 1. Letter to Myself. Your pen glides across the page frantically as you uncover emotions and feelings that you thought you had long buried. You resolve to face it, to not run away, and to be done wandering. You resist and are hurt by the unearthed feelings, unsure if facing this is the best way to go. Yet you're done being used and dragged down by this. You want to comfort the younger you who is still hurting. So as you continue to write, you allow yourself to be candid and vulnerable. You want to face yourself properly, and as you do, you see parts of yourself that have been long forgotten. All those nights that you cried are no longer in vain. You look at all those painful memories differently and resolve to never lose yourself again. Chapter 2. Hot Mess. Now that your perspective has shifted, you see how much of a hot mess you are and how messed up the world is and can be. A world crumbling in on itself, giving its inhabitants dizzy spells and vertigo. As you walk about on the imbalanced terrain, your stumbling silhouette almost makes you laugh from its clumsiness. You're a hot mess. You're struggling to catch your breath. Look at you, frailing about. Isn't it funny? Everything goes wrong, nothing goes right. You laugh harder at the bitter taste of this reality. Chapter 3. Blue Eyes. You take a breath and look out to the baby blue sky. Despite the unsettling feelings you've indulged so far, there still exist feelings of wispy hopefulness. A peace envelops your being, submerging you in its presence. You dive deeper into its depths, finding blissful ease. The kisses on your skin are refreshing and romantic. You let yourself float. You trust the support of the troubled waves. Your heart is overwhelmed, yet you entrust the heart to this unknown. Even as the skies grow dark, you still yourself in the roaring waves. You see that you can trust you in the deep blue. Chapter 4. Strangers. The locals pass by fleetingly, with haste and indifferent expressions. You walk unsure of what direction you're going, and feel the sense of loneliness as your surroundings become alien to you. But then the sun sets above you, and suddenly the loneliness dissipates. You move one step at a time, removing yourself from the pace of your surroundings. Then you notice something about people and experiences. From strangers to shadows to strangers again. People and experiences that can come with them are temporary. Strangers, people you meet for the first time or entering unfamiliar circumstances. Shadows, people leaving your life or traumatic experiences. Strangers, people you're meeting for the first time. Restart, second chance, and entering into new circumstances again. Chapter 5. Blur. Looking in a mirror, your reflection is unrecognizable. Everything you attempted to hide before showing through the cracks in the mask you wear. You thought this version of you or the mask was going to be this better you. However, you find yourself still struggling with your identity. The outside chatter doesn't help and only serves to blur the fine lines even further. They attempt to define you without the full picture. You try to find something solid, something tangible, but all that happens is that you chase mirages, running aimlessly. The outside noise seems to be the loudest voice. You thought you knew the path you had taken, but it never stops at a concrete destination. Among all the uncertainty and the voices, there is only one thing concrete: how you see yourself. Chapter 6. Disaster. As you look into the mirror, you feel a profound compassion for your reflection. While your circumstances are far from ideal and you haven't found complete peace, you create room for your authentic self. Life may leave you feeling broken, lonely, and hurt, but you continue to walk beside yourself. Challenges arise at every turn, threatening to overwhelm you, yet you remain committed to supporting yourself. Acknowledging this, you welcome adversity and struggles, confident that you will emerge stronger. Occasionally, you may revert to old habits of questioning your worth and sink into despair. Nevertheless, you remain resolute in your support for yourself. You are the embodiment of disaster, uncoordinated, contradictory, restless, broken, flawed, interesting, resilient, individual, bright, creative, and you. Part 3. Music video analysis. At the beginning of the video, we fade in to see a black and white environment. Our subject stands in the lower third of the screen, before a pub, small in the frame. She almost blends into the scenery, overtaken by her surroundings.
Now this is my opinion, but I think this scene depicts a mundane world where one blends into the background. Although the scene is in black and white, it's in a grayscale due to a lower contrast. I think this could suggest that reality is not a clear cut of black and white, but gray or nuanced. This introduces our narrative and what I think prompts us to proceed forward with an open mind. Visual motifs. There are many visual motifs in the video that helps us depict the overall message of the song. A visual motif is a recurring visual element, symbol, or pattern in a work of art, film, or other visual medium that carries thematic significance and contributes to the storytelling or artistic message. These motifs can be colors, shapes, objects, or patterns that reinforce the narrative or emotional undertones, helping to create a cohesive visual language. I have found there to be a total of 6 visual motifs within this video. We will go through these to decode the message that the director is sending, and I'll start with the visual motifs that are most prevalent to the least prevalent. At number 1, people. The people in the video represent her inner thoughts. Throughout the video, they follow her around consistently, making fun of her, running with her, dancing around her, talking at her, and asleep with her. They frequently deter her from proceeding forward and make her feel self-conscious. Number 2, herself. The bus in the video represents herself. As she travels with her thoughts, the bus takes them from place to place. It travels passively, occasionally stalling and breaking down on the ride. There is one scene that let me into this fact. It's a scene where it breaks down in the middle of an open field, and our subject gets out to fix it, aka herself. Her thoughts are looking at her, making fun of her, and a teddy bear grows and uses laser vision to eliminate them from the bus, forcing them to get out and push the bus. This is where I got the light bulb thought, oh, this represents herself. Number 3, spotlight. The spotlight represents transparency, draws attention to her, and overexposes. This isn't too hard to guess because in the chorus scene, she wants to draw attention to herself. I wrote a letter to myself. With the spotlight, she's being transparent and overexposed for the broken parts of her flaws, laying it all out in the open. 4. Teddy bear. The teddy bear represents her comfort and security on the journey. She has it in the beginning scenes of the music video, cradled in her arms. As the teddy bear gets a prominent role in the narrative, it helps her by taking the wheel and eliminating the pessimistic thoughts. Of course, toward the climax, we see that she doesn't know what to do when a tire pops off the bus, representing her experiencing a setback or hardship in life that she hasn't experienced before. Because of this, the teddy bear doesn't understand how to help or comfort her. Number 5, tire. The tire represents the broken part of her. As soon as the wheel pops off the bus and she rushes to chase after it, she's chasing after that broken piece. Then that broken part of her follows her, representing that what we go through stays with us and follows us. Number 6, red. The red in the music video represents the chaos going on in her mind. Camera. What I noticed with the camera is that the steady cam represents stagnation. Where she's stationary, she's not really getting anywhere or going anywhere. There are also insert shots that showcase the subject all over the frame. I think this represents how scattered her thoughts are. They aren't clear and therefore don't sit at the center of the frame. There's CCT footage, and of course it's at a high angle, and these insert shots represent her looking at things objectively and clearly. I noticed that the shaky cam or the handheld shots kind of give the video a grounded and real feeling as you're watching. It makes it seem like you're going on this journey with her, and you're there with her.
Song tier list. Number 1, Blur. Number 2, Letter to Myself. Number 3, Hot Mess. Number 4, Blue Eyes. Number 5, Strangers. And number 6, Disaster. Outro. I believe that Taeyeon addresses this topic in a very compelling way, offering transparency and touching on roots that go unexplored often. Not having it all together and being a hot mess, not being able to vocalize your feelings coherently, chasing mirages and exterior ideas to find your purpose and identity. This message is also told visually through outfits, photography, set pieces in the music video, and color schemes. She wasn't afraid to go deeper and lay her vulnerability out on the table. And that's what I like about this album. Coming up next, we have Sakamoto Days Recap Part 2, episodes 7 to 11. And the next video after that is a change of plans. Instead of doing coffee and vanilla retrospective, I will do in-depth review of these Chinese bite-sized dramas and also the melodrama and tropes you typically see in these. I've been watching them a lot recently and found them very entertaining despite how ridiculous a lot of the plot lines are. So look out for these videos in the coming weeks, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.